Hello?
Hey.
Hey, is it working?
Yeah, it's gone.
Okay.
What's up, guys? Tim Zabriskie here, back at it again with a brand new video. It's Sunday, June 18th, 2017. It's a great day to be here. First reason why is I just got a brand new microphone. It's pretty sweet. I bet you guys can hear me 10 times better than you could with the other one. Not to say that the other one was bad or anything like that. We got a great show today. The weather is beautiful outside. Everyone hopefully got to catch some rays. Unfortunately, I was stuck inside all day at work, but that's quite all right. On today's show, we have LA from Sports and Champagne. She's just started a brand new blog where she's looking to talk to girls and help them out with their sports needs. She'll talk to you more about that. I don't want to say anything too wrong because I don't want to get it to mistake it. We also have comedian Travis Stealey coming on, and apparently he is a huge wrestling fan, just like moi, if you didn't know so. So what we're going to do is we're going to talk about the pay-per-view this tonight. It's WWE Money in the Bank. We're going to quickly go through all of the different events and all the different matches and kind of pick our winners and stuff like that. To attend to some business real fast, if you can see right up here, there is a new logo here that says PayPal. It says Venmo, because what I'm trying to do here is I need your help. So as you can tell by getting the new microphone, by doing everything I can, I'm trying to make this show the best that it can be, and I need some of your help. And I'm not also just talking about donations and things like that. I'm also talking about sponsorships and stuff like that. So if you have a business, if you have something you're trying to plug and you want to come onto the air and stuff like that, I'm here to help. So let's work together. Let's cross-promote each other. Let's make this the best that it can be, and we'll go from there. So kind of things that I'm looking for is like I want to get a new webcam. I like this one a lot. I just think that having a second one would be beneficial in regards to maybe having people that would be sitting next to me, getting a couple different angles and things like that. I definitely want to get new graphics on here. So I need a new lower third graphic, which would be right down here. Nameplates and things like that. Maybe even a new computer. Those are things that I'm kind of working towards making this the best show, and once we start getting a following, we'll work together more, things like that. Okay, so we do have LA on the phone right now. Hello, LA, are you there?
Hi, yes, thanks for having me.
Oh, of course. How are you today?
I'm good, how are you?
Great. Were you able to get some rays?
A little bit. Just kind of walked around the city.
Gotcha. So tell us more about Sports and Champagne. And what do you got going on?
So I initially started it, like getting the ideas together about a year ago. I'm definitely a sports girl, enjoy going to football games, baseball games, and like when I go to the bar, I'm watching a game and a guy strikes up a conversation and I start talking sports, and all of a sudden you get like that look like, oh my God, you know what you're talking about. And it's kind of sad because why should it be a surprise that a girl knows about sports, you know?
Absolutely.
And so essentially, like, I was dating this guy a couple of years ago, and he had the same look on his face when I first met him, and I kind of told him that I want to have this idea about teaching other females about sports. And he kind of gave me that little push to start getting things together and getting going. So developing like a website and a blog and potentially like getting on social media and things of that aspect. So it's just to be able to teach women and kind of, I don't want to say dumb it down, but just make it simplify and easy to learn about sports.
Absolutely.
That's my thing.
It's fantastic. I mean, and it's great for me because, admittingly, I don't know a lot about sports. So being able to, communicate with you and talk to you and even go to your website, because when I checked out your website the other day, it was fantastic in the sense of you had all the sports there, you had all the rules, that way you can make it topical and things like that. And it looks like you put a lot of work into it, so kudos to you.
Thank you. Trying. Work in progress, I still say right now.
Definitely. That's what life's all about. So, definitely. So, what do you got going on in sports?
Well, the big news this week was that Mayweather and McGregor announced their match on August 26th.
Uh-huh.
And so that's like the latest buzz. I mean, they're projected to do like 60 million in ticket sales.
Wow.
This is probably like one of the biggest fights of the year, if not what that's been up for a long time. I mean, you had Mayweather, Manny Pacquiao a few years ago, but this has been like a work in progress over the last year.
Right.
They've kind of been talking smack back and forth. Mayweather's retired undefeated. And McGregor comes from UFC, but he started out boxing. So I think it's going to be a great match. I mean, you hear people on ESPN talking that, like, McGregor's not even going to get a punch in. But I'm hopeful it's going to be a good match and go at least, like, 6-7 rounds. That's what I'm hoping. But it's supposed to be one of the biggest fights of the year.
Definitely. So besides the ticket sales, do we know anything about their salaries or anything like that yet?
I saw that Mayweather's supposed to make $72 million and McGregor gets $18 million.
That's crazy. It kind of reminds me of that fight that happened last year with McGregor where he was talking about the smack and going at it, and then he lost to that kid. What was that kid's name? Do you remember?
I do not remember. UFC's not. I watch it here or there.
Right. I think his name was Nate Diaz, but I can't be.
Possibly. I think they did like a rematch. They did like 2 fights.
Right,
that
because
sounds familiar.
Yeah, because McGregor like lost the first one, and I don't remember the exact figures, but I think that it was crazy where McGregor got paid like $3 million or $30 million or something like that, but then this kid that beat him only got like $50,000, which was crazy.
I could see it because like UFC, the owner Dana White, they don't give that money out to their fighters, like, say, boxing, because Mayweather promotes it, so he obviously gets the most money, but, I mean, they're potentially the reason why they're fighting this is because of how much money they're going to get. So I know McGregor wanted more than $15 million, and he got at least $18, and he was hopeful for $30, but that wasn't going to happen with Mayweather.
Yeah, absolutely not. I mean, the guy's money. It's basically his name,
yeah.
So you know that he wasn't going to go out there, and especially for his age. I think I saw a video package today on one of these sites, and it was talking about, like, he's, like, 46 years old or 42. He's up there, and then McGregor is, like...
he's in his 40s.
Yeah,
mm-hmm.
And McGregor's, like, 28 years old. So, you know,
yeah.
Clearly he wasn't going to go in there without trying to make some money if he's going to do it, you know?
Yeah, but it's definitely going to break ratings and whatnot. So I'm hoping for a good fight.
Definitely.
I'll definitely tune in for that one.
Great. Anything else going on?
So the NBA wrapped up its championship on Monday. Golden State Warriors got their second in 3 years. So I'm still kind of sad that the Cavs lost. So I'm a little upset. So I'm sad that KD got a championship and took the easy way out. But with the season being over, you're looking forward to the draft starting tomorrow. News came out that the Celtics just traded their number 1 pick away to the 76ers. So they swapped the 1 and 3 pick today. So it's going to happen tomorrow.
That's crazy.
So that's good. I mean, you get to see, some of the top draft picks coming out, and everybody's wondering if Lonzo Ball will go to the Lakers. I mean, his father doesn't shut his mouth up, so everybody's wondering if the Lakers will take a chance on him. So that's that's newsworthy right there because of their big ballers brand and charging people $500 for their sneakers.
Gotcha. Well, that's really cool. Yeah. So why don't you give yourself another plug for your website, that way people can come and check it out.
Okay, so it's set up at sportsandchamps.com. I kind of played on it where it's short for champagne.
Cool.
So you can say Sports and Champs if you want, but yeah, it's sportsandchamps.com, and you can go on the website and just kind of look around and see if you teach yourself about sports. I have my blog going. You can email me and ask questions or comments if you like as well.
Awesome. Sounds great. All right, Lauren, or LA, excuse me. It was great talking to you. We will talk to you next week.
Thank you so much.
All right, have a great day.
You too. Bye.
So that was LA from sportsandchamps.com. She's also on Facebook at sportsandchampagne. It was definitely fantastic having a new segment part of the show. This girl knows her stuff. I mean, I remember sitting in the bar with her in New York City and just her going on and on and on, just watching the game, barely even paying attention to me or anything I had going on because she's so involved with it. You guys are going to definitely love her. So, I have a fantastic story that I do want to tell you guys. And what it has to do with is water, actually, which I just drank out of this bottle. So, for those of you that follow me on Instagram, follow me on Snapchat, you'll see my girlfriend. We call her the Ruru because she's awesome. And the other day, because I'm very particular about the water that I drink, I had her go to the store, go to the Price Chopper for all you local cats, and get us like a 3-gallon container that we could put into the fridge, keep it nice and cold. Very simple task, right? Not for my Ruru. So what ended up happening was she goes and grabs it and she's walking and all of a sudden she feels her foot is a little bit wet and she looks down and she just thought, oh, maybe there was some water on the ground, whatever. So she keeps walking and then if she feels it on her leg and stuff like that and she was like, what's going on? She looks at the bottle, the container, like the 3-gallon container that's about this big, right? And she's spilling water everywhere. It's just pouring out of the thing, and she doesn't know what to do. So she quickly puts it onto an end cap. She goes and runs over to the customer service place, and she tells them what happens, and she goes back. And she sees a frail old man. Now, happy Father's Day to all you fathers out there, because I could see one of this happening to you guys where you see this water, you had that panic where you totally wanted to go help, and it's totally just pouring all over the place. So she goes up to the guy, and luckily the guy worked there, so, at least he's getting paid, right? And apparently, from the description that she gave me, it's like all over her crotch and everything like that. So thanks to that guy for taking care of the situation, because he was a good sport about it from what she said. Because she was like, oh my god, I'm so sorry, I don't know what to really do. And here he is, this older gentleman with a wet crotch, holding this bottle of water, being like, oh, it's okay, have a great day. Oh, that's so funny. Okay, so Travis, if you're paying attention, if you're still here, give me a shout. That way we could go over this WWE Money in the Bank that's happening in about 45 minutes. Let me see. I think he just called. It's unfortunate when you only have one phone line. You can only keep everyone on hold for such a long time. He did just call too, so we'll give him a call back. He's gonna pick up the phone.
Hey.
Hey, what's going on, big guy?
What's happening, man?
How are you?
Good. Yeah, I just called and figured I was like, you're probably busy or something.
Oh, yeah. I was just wrapping up. I was trying to tell the story. I didn't have your number in my phone, so I was just like, oh, here we go, telemarketer status.
It's all good, man. What's going on?
Not much. So tell us a little about yourself. Tell us where you perform your comedy and everything like that.
I mean, pretty much all around. Whoever's gonna book me, basically.
Yeah, isn't that the dream?
Yeah, exactly. Whoever's booking me is that's where I'm going. Last night I was up at the Upstate Concert Hall. There's a low beat a week before that, give or take, maybe. I don't know. I'm horrible with dates. Let's see. Tuesday I'm down in Sloatsburg. That's a city, so yeah, down there. So
that's awesome. Now, what kind of material is it that you usually tap on?
I mean, current topics, I guess I'll go after, but it's more of just like life experiences and stuff like that. It really depends on basically don't know, whatever I find funny, I guess, which is hit or miss if some people find it funny or not, because some days I'm more offensive than others, I guess. I don't know.
Right. So, are you going to be watching the pay-per-view tonight?
I will be, yes. I will be, yes.
That's awesome. So, I figure that it's a good time to run through the card. Give me 2 seconds, because I totally forgot to do something. And
no worries. If it makes you feel any better, I won't say anything about you spelling my name wrong on the Facebook Live right now.
Oh my gosh! How did I even spell your name wrong? What did I do?
You forgot the EY, and I'm like sitting there. I'm like, he has me tagged in this.
You know what? I do the best I can here. Okay. I mean,
no worries. I would have gave you, like, believe me, I would have been more shocked if you spelled it right, because you're not the only one that spells it right. Everyone does the Steely, and I'm like, you're a few letters off, but close enough.
Well, the best part is that in about 10 seconds, when you look again, it's going to be spelled properly, if that helps the situation a little bit.
That works even better. All right.
Hey, there it is. There it is. You're good to go. So,
boom, there it is.
Fantastic. So, as far as the kickoff show, we do have the Hype Bros versus the Clones, the new travel export guys. Who do you got going for that one?
I'd say the Hype Bros at this point. They gotta give Ryder a little bit something, you know.
Speaking of which, that's why I think the Clones are going to win, because I think that there's going to be a heel turn tonight. I think that he's going to stab Mojo in the back, take him out of the card.
I mean, it depends, really. Like, it's weird because right now, like 2 years ago, they're trying to build up the tag team stuff, but now they're splitting up every tag team. So it's like I don't understand the logic now of basically turning everyone on each other. So we'll see what happens.
Exactly. But speaking of tag teams, the next match I got are the Usos, the tag champs, versus the New Day. How do you think that's going to fold out? Unfold.
It's hard to say. I mean, it depends on where they can make their money, I guess. I mean, the New Day, with their merch and stuff, you put them on the belts. I mean, I put the belts on them. There we go. I mean, that would probably work out better, I guess, for everybody. But, I mean, overall, the Usos as a heel is working better than them as a face. So, it depends. It really depends on... I'm going to say the Usos the first time. And maybe in the rematch, I'll say the New Day. But this time, I'm going to say Usos.
Okay. I mean, in order to have the rematch, though, then the New Day would have to win. By the logic of...
Valid point.
So I think that if we're going to continue this whole thing with the New Day, keeping them strong and everything like that, I definitely see the New Day going over. Even though, ever since they got rid of the face paint, I've totally been in love with the Usos.
Yeah, it's like, when they had the face paint, I'm not going to lie, they were probably one of the most boring tag teams going on right now.
Definitely. But then they got rid of the face paint, they became a little thug, and, like, there's no way to put it. Like, they definitely just became little thugs. So
yeah, exactly. So it's like, yeah, all right, I get it. Yeah, you got it all right.
Definitely. So let's go into the first ever women's Money in the Bank match with Charlotte, Natalya, Tamina, Carmella, and Becky Lynch, with a sixth participant being teased as Nikki Bella through internet reports and everything like that. Who do you got?
Well, the thing is with the internet reports too, that everyone, you know how those are. It's one of those things where they're like, okay, we're teasing this person. Everything's on the internet. It's going to be this person. And then, they might throw a swerve out there. I mean, I did hear a rumor that freaking Paige or whatever might be it. And I'm just like, are they ready for that media storm yet? I was like, I don't know. I mean, that would be crazy if she came out. That's cool. But, I mean, obviously whoever the surprise person is, they're probably going to have a win.
Yeah. I mean, I honestly don't think Nikki Bella's coming back, and I don't think that Paige will ever come back. I think she's just waiting for her contract to come out.
Yeah. I would say, depending on who comes back, like I said, they're hyping it up like it's a Bella twin, and I feel like, yeah, she'll get the pop and stuff, but honestly, like, also, didn't they just sign Maria, or whatever her name was again, or something like that?
Maria Kanellis?
Yeah, the one that's married to Mike Bennett, or whatever his name is, or Bennett, whatever he goes by this week.
Oh, yeah. Mike Bennett? I haven't seen that guy in, like, freaking 12 years. But, yeah, there was a picture of him, like, riding around with Kalisto, of all people. And I guess he showed up wherever the pay-per-view is tonight. I didn't do that much research. I'm a jerk.
No worries, man. I mean, I'm going off because, like, I'll admit, like, there's certain matches, there's certain guys that I just can't stand, and I'll literally be like, all right, I'm not watching this. Like, it's just, that's how it is. So, like, I do watch the Divas and stuff, but it's like, it's weird because with the Divas, they'll have a dominant champion, but then there's so many Divas at this point now to where it's like, okay, this person beat that person, but then they got beat by this person, but then that person got beat by X person. So it's like, who is really your strong Divas at this point?
Exactly. It's almost like who's the blondest one of the bunch at this point, and
exactly.
And that's who we're going to put the belt on. So in that regard, I'm going to go with my girl Charlotte.
I'm an Alexa Bliss fan, but she's on Raw. So
yeah, exactly. She's definitely the blondest one out of the whole gang, but on SmackDown right now, I'm going with Charlotte. Now, who is she going to go up against? Because tonight we also got Lana, another blonde, versus Naomi, who, if she's blonde, we got a problem. So basically,
I feel like this, though. I feel like Lana they brought back. I mean, the thing is with her, though, is like, obviously she must be doing something good to where she got a title shot right away.
Yeah.
So, honestly, I think they might take the strap off Naomi and give it to Lana.
I don't think so. First off, she's got limited wrestling capabilities. And
good point.
And
good point.
At the same time, as we just said, why is she even in the title picture?
Yeah, exactly. So there's got to be a reason. Like, does she have a video on somebody or what's?
Seriously.
Yeah, it depends on. I don't know, because it's weird because they do this every. Bring someone back and they'll throw them right in the title picture, a la the champion of SmackDown right now.
Yeah.
Not going to say names, but yeah, you know who.
Right, but so, the difference for me is from watching the product, because you're absolutely right. Like, you look at like Batista, which calls out that CM Punk drama and all that stuff. I mentioned CM Punk's name as we're talking about wrestling. I guess I'm a crappy person.
No, because honestly, I'll be honest with you. I am a CM Punk fan. I'll 100% admit that. I have a CM Punk fucking t-shirt. But the thing is, like, with him, I understand why he left, did all that stuff. But at this point, like, even I hold grudges to a certain point. At this point, dude, it's like, okay, you're in the prime still of your career. You could be making X amount of money. Suck it up, deal with it, and just, you know what I mean? Like, because it's like, I've fought before. I watched his UFC thing. It wasn't pretty. It's like, that's not a career that you should be doing, dude.
Yeah.
Like, go where you can make your money. That's what I've been told that my whole life. And now being a comic and doing all this stuff, where you can make money, that's where you go.
Exactly. But the point I was saying about Punk, I mean, you and I can definitely have a long conversation about Punk at another date. But the point that I'm making is that that's usually for someone that's left for a little while, has been a wrestler for a long time. Not someone like her. Like, has she even had a match on TV?
I think she did NXT for a while, like, recently. But I don't know if it was on TV or not.
That's not my point. I'm saying, has she been on SmackDown or Raw where she was ever a contender for the heavyweight title?
Didn't she fight at WrestleMania, like, not this year, but the year before? Where, like, I do remember this. She was in that random, like, we don't have a match for the Divas, so we're going to make an 8-team tag or whatever. And the reason why I remember this is because there was a meme going around with her ass basically hanging out. And it was like, when Lana's in the picture, you pay attention. I was like, yeah, they're kind of right.
Yeah, but I mean, how many collar and elbow tie-ups, how many arm bars does she give in that match? I think that, because I do remember this, but she was in there, but then she was the first one eliminated. So she didn't even really.
Yeah, she was in and out. So honestly, like, I don't understand why giving her that shot right off the bat,
Exactly. So, for me, that's why Naomi is going to win that match. Absolutely.
Yeah, the more I think about it, it makes sense.
Yeah. Okay, so let's go to the two main events on the card. Let's go to the Money in the Bank ladder match with Kevin Owens versus Dolph Ziggler going up against Sami Zayn, AJ Styles, Shinsuke Nakamura, and Baron Corbin. Who do you got, Travis, going into this match?
I'm well, who do I want or who do I got? There's two different ones.
There we go. Here we go. For this one, because there's so many participants, tell us who you want, and then who do you got?
Well, who I'd want? I mean, honestly, like, I've always been a Ziggler fan. I mean, he gets a bunch of shit, but it's like, can I swear in here? I don't know. Whatever. But he always gets a bunch of stuff where it's like, oh, he can't do this, he can't do that. But it's like, you look at the guy, he's already a former world champion. Mm-hmm. He's, won pretty much every belt. Mm-hmm. And the guy, to me, I always liked. The problem is he's always been pushed down. So it's like, I would like Ziggler. I would love AJ. I've met AJ a few times. The guy's great. But it's like, you got to look at who do they want to push right now. So, I mean, my mindset, Kevin Owens has the U.S. title, so they're not going to, I don't think they're going to give him the Money in the Bank. And then Nakamura, I mean,
too soon.
I would love for him to win it.
Too soon.
It's too soon. I would love for him to win it, but it's too soon. So, I mean, that gives you down to what? Corbin, and did I mention anybody else? I think it's pretty much Corbin left. So
Sami Zayn. You forgot Sami Zayn.
Sami Zayn, yeah. I've never really heard Sami Zayn talk. You know what I mean? Like, every now and then he'll say something, but I've never really seen him cut a good promo.
Exactly. Well, he's got the Shelton Benjamin thing where he's a good wrestler, good worker for sure, but he can't cut a promo. That's
exactly, yeah.
And that's what's always held Shelton Benjamin back. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, Shelton Benjamin's a great wrestler. Like, you can put him in the top 25, 30 right now of active, of great wrestlers. But, yeah, he can't cut a promo to save his life.
Exactly.
I mean, I would say, like, the guy they probably want to push, I wouldn't be shocked if Corbin wins it. I think the shocker would be probably Ziggler, just because everyone would be like, wait a minute, like, all right, what are they going to do with that? AJ, I mean, like I said, I'd love for him to win it, but
he doesn't need it.
Yeah, exactly. He doesn't need it. It's one of those things. He'll get his title shot eventually.
Yeah.
So
definitely, he's definitely the is he a face or a heel right now?
The problem is, if they'd want to make him a heel,
so
everyone still loves him.
He's a face, yeah. So he's definitely got that upper babyface role where he's helping put over all the heels and stuff like that. He's starting to take that Dolph Ziggler spot, is what it sounds like.
Yeah, which is a shitty spot to be in if you think about it.
Not really, because he's on every pay-per-view. He's getting paid, man.
That's true.
And at the end of the day, that's what it's all about.
That is true. Yeah, I would say, I mean, it's weird because if you look at it now, who do they want as a champion in the next year? That's really what they want.
Yeah, it all comes down to that one huge payday called WrestleMania, and who are they building towards bringing over there?
Exactly.
So,
I mean, I've heard a whole bunch of rumors that, it's supposed to be Nakamura, AJ at Mania, but it's like, they could fall out of love with that real quick. Who knows?
There's so many variables that could happen, because what if, God forbid, somebody gets injured, anything like that.
Exactly. So, I mean, it depends on what they want, who they see who do they see is going to be the next guy. So, I mean, I'm going to go with, I'll probably go with Corbin, as in just like the winner.
Mm-hmm.
But I wouldn't be shocked if, let's say, for example, they said Kevin Owens. You know what I mean? Like, even though he has the U.S. title, and like I said, the guy can cut a promo. And, I mean, I'm an indie guy myself, so it's like I like Owens, I like Styles, you know what I mean? I like the guys that work their way up through that way.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, if Owens won it, I'd be happy. If Styles won, I'd be happy. If Nakamura, I mean, I like Nakamura, but like we both agreed, it's too soon.
It's too soon.
It's too soon. Like I think they're going to build him up to where, hey, he's good, and then he can be great. I mean, anyone who's seen him outside of WWE knows how good he really is. But, I mean, the thing with Sami Zayn is, like you said, what are you going to do with him? The guy can barely talk. So it's like, yeah, he'll cash it in, but then he's going to lose it to whoever they want the following pay-per-view, probably.
Exactly. So I agree with you, and I'm going to go with Baron Corbin myself. I think that they're grooming him to be the next guy. He's got that cool, like, weird look where, he's dressed like he's going to a punk show. He's balding a little bit. It's pretty. It's pretty good.
The thing is, the thing he's got going for him, he's a heel.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing he's got going for him. Because you look at SmackDown right now, look at their top guys on their roster. Get rid of, Orton and Jinder, for example. You got AJ Styles, who people are going to love no matter what they did or what he does. When he was trying to be heel, people were still cheering the shit out of him.
Right.
So, and then you got Ziggler, who, he's 50-50, depending on if people like him or not. Then, who's your next level of guys? Basically, after that, you got Kevin Owens, who he can turn the crowd on him in an instant.
Mm-hmm.
So then, who are you going to have after that? You don't really have any more bad guys, really. So it wouldn't be shocked if Corbin gets it, and then you have someone like a babyface coming in later on down the road, wins the title, and then he cashes it in. It would make perfect sense.
Absolutely. So, finally, last but not least, we got the championship match. So,
yes.
Definitely. Jinder Mahal versus Randy Orton. I'm going to take this one and go first. I am going to say that Jinder Mahal is going to retain the title, and this is why. He's new, he's fresh, he looks amazing, even though there's so many claims of him doing steroids and all that stuff. But at the same time,
don't they test for that now at this point?
Yeah, he just claims he doesn't eat any bread. I'm like, oh, okay. That's
my excuse. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't drink beer. I just drink straight vodka. That's why I got a 6-rack.
Yeah, I just I inhale the vodka because they do that whole thing where it's no calories that way or whatever. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
But I'm gonna pick him over because they hate TNA, and recently there was laughable reports, I might add, that TNA claims that they put the belt on Jinder Mahal, the WWE put the belt on Jinder Mahal because they were doing a tour in Afghanistan or wherever it is that they went.
Yeah.
So that's my answer. Who are you going with?
Well, here's the thing. With Orton, it's kind of Orton to me is... it's hard to explain him. I guess he's one of those guys where if he's not there, no one really notices. But when he's there, no one really notices. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's hard to explain him. It's one of those. If he has the belt, it's okay. But if he doesn't have the belt, no one really cares. So I'm going to say that Jinder retains. He may do it a dirty way. He may do it a clean way. Who knows? But I think, he retains as well.
Sounds good. All right, bud. Thank you so much for calling in. Do you have any closing words or anywhere that you're performing soon that you would like to plug for yourself?
I'm horrible. I should probably know what dates I'm going at, but I'm one of those comics where I'm don't go to my website because it hasn't been updated in a while. I'm going to be around Albany soon. Summertime, we're booking some new stuff coming around here, and then if not, I'll be in and around Massachusetts, lower state, New York, upstate, there we go. And then all around pretty much. You can go to my Facebook, Travis Stealey, or my website, which is barely updated, travisstealey.com. I'll have dates on there soon as well. So. Sounds good. Well, thank you so much for calling in. We'll have to go grab some beers and watch some wrestling sometime. I'm down, man. Let me know anytime. Anytime I can get drunk and pretty much judge other guys that are in better shape than me, I'm down. Yes, it's more fun to do it that way than actually doing it yourself. Exactly. Yeah, it's you guys can work out and wrestle, or I can get drunk and judge you. I'm gonna go with the judging part. Sounds good. All right, bud. Talk to you soon. All right, later, bud. All right, bye-bye. So that was Travis Stealey, comedian extraordinaire. Hopefully for nights on pay-per-views and things like that, we'll always touch base and go through the results just like we did here. I think that's a very good segment to have. And for the last thing that I wanted to talk to you guys about is my 5 Things videos. And at first I wanted to say, thank you so much for liking it and sharing them and subscribing to them and stuff like that. As far as the future 5 Things videos, don't worry, we're definitely making more. I just want more of your input on how to actually do them. So this week's episode or next week's episode, the new concept that we do have is called 5 Stupid Things That Couples Fight About. And this idea came to me when I was helping out the rooster, the Ruru, if you will,
with some manual labor, where I was actually getting frustrated. If you follow me on Snapchat, you know that I hung up these beautiful guitars here in Studio Z. I also started doing some work in our bedroom too, which she was kind of salting me up. Let's be frank about it. She kind of started salting me up, and I decided. It says it ended. Am I still on? Yeah. Because you got hair. It says right here, though, that the video has ended. Let me see. Am I still on?